Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Season 4 of The Boys. So taking place 6 months after the events of Season 3, Victoria Newman is now closer than ever to the Oval Office, and is under the control of Homelander, who is consolidating his power. Meanwhile, Billy Butcher only has a few months left to live, and if he wants to save the world before it's too late, he has to work alongside the boys, who are currently fed up with his lies. Now, I have a full playlist for the Boys franchise, so you can check that out if you want to first, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. So with Season 3 garnering the level of acclaim it received from both critics and fans, expectations for Season 4 were obviously gonna be through the roof. And were those expectations met? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's been praised by critics, as usual, but it's also proven to be the most polarizing season among fans, with some fans commending it and others feeling that the series is finally starting to fall off. As for me, I've found Season 4 to be a very mixed bag. You know, there's some things I like and some things I don't like, but it's not flat out terrible, don't get the wrong idea. So anyway, let's get into it. So first of all, there's a lot of great character development in this season. Billy Butcher now only has 6 months to live. He suffers from headaches and experiences black mass crawling through his body. He's occasionally visited by an old friend named Joe Kessler, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who everybody knows as Negan from the Walking Dead franchise. Kessler is aware of Butcher's condition and does his best to guide him in his efforts to reunite with Ryan. Huey finds out that his father has suffered a stroke, and this becomes even more complicated when a sudden person from his past reemerges. Starlight has now officially left the Seven in favor of joining the Boys and has completely done away with her Starlight persona. She has been assigned by the Boys to investigate the latest addition to the Seven, Firecracker, an alt-right-wing podcaster, played by Valerie Curry, who some of you may remember as Kara from the video game Detroit Become Human. And Mother's Milk does his best to assume a leadership role amongst the Boys due to Butcher's deteriorating health. As for the current state of the Seven, Homelander is becoming obsessed with the fact that he is aging, and does the best he can to be a father figure to Ryan despite their differences. A-Train is conflicted over the legitimacy of his role on the Seven, which served as one of the more interesting character arcs in the season. Another new addition to the Seven is Sister Sage, the smartest person on the planet. Black Noir is back, although not in the way you think, and the Deep has a pretty cheesy romantic subplot of his own. I also have to give props to this season for being the darkest one yet, as it puts the characters in a position that makes them far more vulnerable than ever before. And the finale was a huge surprise, as it did not go the way I expected, but I liked how it set the stage for what is going to be the 5th and final season, and in a way, it almost made up for the season's flaws. Now, I never thought I'd say this, but this season of The Boys has a ton of issues. First of all, this is the slowest season to date, as the story constantly meanders through never-ending subplots, which is made worse by the fact that every single episode is over an hour long, and it made the whole experience feel like nothing more than massive preamble for the final season. Another thing is some of the character stuff. For example, this was the weakest season for Frenchie and Kamiko. I get that the writers were trying to drive a wedge between these two characters, and we were also meant to see a darker side to Frenchie, but upon reflection it really wasn't that interesting, and I think it could have been rewritten completely. And there's even some cameos from characters who appeared on Gen V, the spin-off show, but they did leave a little bit to be desired. And lastly, the fact that the show seems to have forgotten the whole point of its appeal, for two reasons. Firstly, the gross out shock value humor the show is known for is now just plain gross, to the point where it's nowhere near as funny as it used to be. And secondly, the witty political satire has now been reduced to left-wing pandering, a complete lack of subtlety, and cheap references. So yeah, those are my thoughts on season 4 of The Boys. While it was certainly underwhelming, I still enjoyed it, but the show needs to bring its A game for the final season. So my next video won't be out for another 2 weeks because it's going to be a review of season 2 of House of the Dragon. So look forward to that in about 2 weeks. Thank you all for watching, guys. Please be sure to like the video, share it and subscribe. Ring the bell, take care, and I'll see you soon.